Magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ang gagawin ko ngayon pagbabahagi ay tungkol sa mga karanasan namin sa buhay o karanasan ko sa buhay bilang nanay. Ako ay government employee. Shepherd couple kaming mag-asawa ng Our Lady of Peace Prayer Group. It's an ME community dito sa EDSA Shrine. Ako ay nanay ng 4 at lola ng 4. Tatlong kwento, 3 punto ang gusto kong i-share. Ngayon, unang-una, yung pagkakasakit ng aming panganay na anak na talaga namang milagro ng Panginoong Diyos. Ang ikalawa ay yung pagkawala ng aming ikalawang anak na masasabi kong answered prayer din, milagro rin ng Panginoong Diyos. At ang ikatlo ay tungkol sa aking libro na i-publish na nagbibigay din ng kwento tungkol sa nanay at anak. Umpisahan ko yung aking kwento tungkol nung it happened in 1986 kung saan ang aming panganay na anak na si Madel ay nagkasakit. It was November 16, 1986 nang siya ay umpisang nagkumbulsyon. The first convulsion attack happened at 4:30 a.m. I remember after 3 hours, naulit ito. Nasa Hospital of the Infant Jesus siya at series of convulsion attacks happened to her. Pagkatapos, sinaksakan siya ng Valium 10 para kumalma. Ang sabi ng doktor, after 1 hour, gigising siya. Pero 24 hours passed, hindi gumising ang aming anak. 48 hours hanggang sa 5 days, sabi ng doktor. Naniniwala daw ba kami kay Santo Niño? Kung naniniwala daw kami, tabihan daw namin ng Santo Niño ang aming anak at magdasal. And so, we did. After 24 hours, ang aming anak ay dumilat, gumising. Salamat sa Diyos, papuri sa Diyos kasi ito ang unang milagro kay Madel. Nagulat ako kasi ang akala ko okay na siya. Pero dahil sa 1 linggo siyang comatose, sobrang hirap ng kanyang pinagdaanan kasi this is just the start of the hindi namin alam kung gaano ka-severe ang kondisyon niya. Kasi when she woke up, she was just like a vegetable na parang lantang gulay na walang neck tone, nagngiwi, nagduling, nawala ang kanyang paglalakad physically and everything in her vanished. She was 2 years old at that time. And so, in-schedule siya for physical therapy. Tapos after that, speech therapy kasi pati speech. As in para siyang newborn baby. What happened next was mas lalong nakakagulat kasi ang diagnosis niya was viral encephalitis wherein yung left part of her brain ay swollen kaya yung right part ng body niya parang paralyzed. And the doctor said yung kanyang mental age and chronological age will not jive anymore, para na siyang mentally retarded. Pero the good Lord is so gracious to her. She was a miracle. Why? 20 years after that 1986, she graduated Electronics and Communications Engineering sa Mapua Institute of Technology. Looking back, nakita namin kung gaano ang pagtutok ni June, yung husband ko, kay Madel. Napagsalita niya at napalakad niya sa bahay despite the schedule ng speech therapy after the physical therapy. Pero lahat yon by God's grace and mercy nagawa sa bahay. Ganon katutok si June sa kanya. And so, God is really so gracious to us. Iyon ang unang miracle sa aming buhay, na si Madel ay napagaling at nakabalik sa... Yes, merong remnant ang sakit niya. yung kanyang right part ng body, shorter, yung kanyang legs, mas maliit. Pero, ano na lang yon, side na lang yon. Ano ngayon ang estado ni Madel? She has 3 children. Yung pinaka-eldest niya is valedictorian ng high school. Yung second niya salutatorian in high school. Both in elementary. Now they are in Manila Science. Kaya nga naman, sobrang papuri at pasasalamat ang aming binibigay sa Panginoong Diyos. Ang ikalawa happened in 1990. Ito naman, Madel was 6 years old already and she wanted kapatid. And so we prayed for another baby. Ang prayer namin, sana baby boy kasi si Madel is a girl. And so God granted our prayers. We named him Mark Lawrence. The sad part is, he was a blue baby. Pagkatapos, he cannot breathe on his own. Kaya nga, hindi fully develop ang kanyang lungs. And at that time, sinisisi ko yung sarili ko kasi ako yung sakitin. In the entire pregnancy, masama. Laging ako inuubo, laging ganyan. And so, isang learning doon is dapat talaga yung babae kapag ka nagbubuntis, laging healthy, laging aalagaan ng sarili. Pero, past is past. When I went to Nazareno, yung mahabang simbahan na yun, naglakad ako ng paluhod doon. And I was praying for another miracle, healing for my baby boy. Nagulat ako in the middle of the aisle, nung nasa kalagitnaan na ako ng mahabang aisle ng Nazareno. My prayer was changed from miracle healing to your will be done, Lord. So pagdating ko doon sa harapan ng altar, it was a prayer of Lord, submission, your will be done. Hindi ko naintindihan pero that was kahandaan pala. I was being prepared by the good Lord dahil kinabukasan when I went back to the NICU, the neonatal ICU, yung baby ko nag-expired. And so, syempre masakit yun sa isang nanay, pero I realized na kung mahal na mahal namin ang aming anak na ito, mas mahal siya ni Lord. Kasi maybe he was really meant to be an angel. And so, our angel, Mark Lawrence, is with God in heaven. Tandaan natin na si Lord lang talaga. Kapag it's not in accordance with His plan, hindi talaga. Kahit na gustong-gusto natin. Ang third sharing ko is about a book that I was able to launch during the pandemic. It's entitled How to Multiply Your Blessings. I always claim that this book is the book of the Holy Spirit and I am just an instrument. With this experience na nakapag-release ako ng book, it's spiritual blessings. Nandoon ang mga sharing ko sa aking experiences. And then, one beautiful lady, beauty queen material, wanted to talk to me. She was gifted a book. And so, it still happened during the pandemic. And then, sabi niya, I want you to listen to my story about your book. And so, nagkwento siya, virtual platform, naka-laptop. And then when she was telling her story, she was crying. Sabi niya, it took me 2 weeks before I understood the message of the book. Ang ginawa ko po, babasahin ko, meron kayo dong one-liner doon sa chapter 1 that you will exhaust everything in your capacity just so madugtungan ang buhay ng inyong anak. I would close the book and I would cry. 2 weeks, hindi ko naintindihan, not until I realized na more than 10 years ago, nabuntis ako. I was 12 to 13 years old at that time and pina-abort ko ang baby. That experience, wala. Tininid ko na. Nakalimutan ko na yun. Walang nakakaalam. Ako lang yun. Nagulat ako. Nababalik pala siya because of your book. And the message is very, very clear to me. And so, kurot talaga sa akin yan. And so, yung kwento niya na yun, she was crying kasi she didn't know me. Lalo akong umiiyak. Kung she's crying 1 degree, ako 4 na degree magkahalo. Ang luha at sipon dahil hindi naman ako writer. Hindi ko rin naman alam na ganito ang mangyayari. Pero God is so good. God is a God of surprises. Alam niyo ba ang ending? Kaya she wanted me to listen to her story kasi hindi pa natapos doon. Alam niyo po ba, sabi niya sa akin, nagpa-process po ako. And so now, I am with International Pro-Life and my advocacy is no to abortion. Why am I saying this? Because yung mga experiences natin, hindi yan binigay, hindi yan inallow ni Lord na ma-experience natin ng wala lang. Now I realize at this age and time na kaya pala namin pinagdaanan yung mga hindi magagandang mga bagay sa aming buhay is to share to other people who may be learning, who may be inspired, and magkakaroon ng guts to move on. Yung bang meron pang pag-asa, meron pang bukas. I will be ending my sharing with 3 points. Number 1, God heals and miracles do happen. Number 2, His will and not mine be done. That everything should be in accordance to God's plan. Kahit na ano pang gusto mo, if it's not within His plan, wala yan. And the third is, children are gifts from God. A child is a blessing and not a choice. No to abortion. God bless.